Hello everyone, my name is James Whalen and I'm looking to become one of your next selectmen this year. I am the chair of the planning board and I have been a member of the planning board for 2 years. Being on the planning board has given me an interesting perspective about how our town operates and what it could do in order to grow. Some of you may remember that I ran for selectman last year on a platform of restoring pride in our community. I have not changed that platform, but I have added to it. I have a plan for our town that focuses on job creation. Many think that job creation is the job of our state and federal elected officials, but there is so much we can do right here in Spencer which can make a world of difference if we try them out. Spencer has been working with our regional partner groups advertising Spencer as a place to bring business and most recently as a place to be a tourist destination. I'd like to take us a step further than that. Spencer has underutilized commercial property and downtown property which needs serious overhaul. We are a few minutes from Worcester, have access to a freight train stop, and are near major roads. Why have we not been able to further grow our commercial industries? Add the buildings in downtown which need work, which I'd like to work with the landlords of those properties, and we can have an economic revival. I also want to give our high school students the opportunity to learn about available trades and career paths, many of which are also here in Spencer. I would like to pursue a tax incentive program for business which hires our students to learn about jobs at their companies and within their industries. A school to work path. Spencer should also be showcasing itself as a commercial center as well. Being situated as we are, we have the ability to market the aspects that make this town great for commercial development on land we already have available and already zoned for such activity. I would like to take Spencer on the road to market our potential to those looking to relocate or start up a new venture. We need to make the investments which will grow this town economically in order to secure our future. We cannot continue on a path where we solve our problems only as they come up. That's not good governance or good public policy, in my opinion. We may have issues with our budget at the moment, but making the tough decisions can only get you so far. Spencer needs a long-term fix, not Band-Aids. And as selectman, I would work to make these long-term fixes a reality. Lastly, to borrow from a friend of mine, everyone has a seat at my table. I want to hold office hours at least once a month to listen to residents' concerns. That means all of you. I want to know exactly what you think and what I can do to further this platform. Thank you.
My name is Susan LaClair. I am running for Treasurer-Collector in the annual town election on Tuesday, May 13th. I thank Spencer Cable Access for this opportunity to present myself to you. I am married to Donald LaClair. We are the parents of Corey LaClair, Justine LaClair Barnes, and Luke LaClair. I received my education from the Spencer school system. I was employed by Spencer Savings Bank as a teller for 5 years and an accountant for LaClair Lumber for the past 37 years, and as an election official for the town of Spencer for 32 years. I was the water meter coordinator for the water department and junior clerk for utilities and facilities, which includes highway, water, sewer, and transfer station, for 5 years. I am currently Assistant Treasurer-Collector, having held that position for the past year and a half. As Assistant Treasurer-Collector, I perform the same tasks as the Treasurer-Collector. The duties and responsibilities of the Treasurer are to take custody of all monies belonging to the town. Beyond that, to account for all monies by maintaining a cash book containing a breakdown of all receipts, disbursements, and cash balances. Each bank account must be balanced monthly. The Treasurer is responsible for printing and processing all checks to vendors or assessed payments. The Treasurer keeps abreast of rates and other investment opportunities, keeping in mind safety, liquidity, and yield, and working closely with our municipal broker. The Treasurer plays a major role in the issuance of municipal debt and is the custodian for properties in tax title, tracks all trust funds, and is responsible for the transfer of all monies within municipal bank accounts. The town collector is responsible for collection of excise tax, monies from our deputy collector, water sewer bills, payment of termination notices, real estate taxes, personal property taxes, payments to Stiles Water District, boat excise taxes, off-duty detail charges, septic invoices, Sugden block rent, highway department invoices, bylaw fines, and violations and tickets issued by the parking clerk and animal control officer. Other responsibilities of the collector include all payments made online for all departments, processed through 2 lockbox vendors, and processes all mail payments sent to the town hall office and collects payments from all window customers. As Assistant Treasurer Collector, I was instrumental in preparing and taking part in the complete process for the first receivables auction, which lowered the outstanding receivables for the town of Spencer. I am fluent in the Munis software system, the business operating platform for Spencer town government. As a result of my knowledge, experience, and skill sets, I am uniquely qualified for the position of Treasurer Collector. My experience in the Treasurer Collector office would ensure a smooth transition after the election. My primary focus has been and will continue to be serving the public in an efficient and courteous manner. Spencer is a community we can all be proud of. I encourage you to vote on Tuesday, May 13th. The polls will be open 12 noon to 8 p.m. Absentee ballots will be available at the town clerk office 3 to 4 weeks prior to the election. My name is Susan LaClair. I am a candidate for Treasurer Collector, and I respectfully ask for your vote on Tuesday, May 13th. Experience counts. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Greg Rassam. On May 13th, the town of Spencer will be holding their elections. There are ballot questions that need your attention, and in addition, there are elections for several positions in town. I myself am running for Treasurer Collector. I would like to tell you a couple of points on why I believe I should be the next Treasurer Collector. I believe that I am the most qualified candidate for this position. I feel that I bring a lot of qualities with my candidacy that makes me the most logical choice for this office. Another point is I have 25 years of accounting finance experience in multiple industries, including over 10 years in banking. Currently, I am an accounting manager for a bank with nearly $600 million in assets. Management supervisory experience. Since this is a department within the town of Spencer that requires that I also be a manager, I believe I am the only candidate with management experience in a financial setting. Most, if not all, of the job duties and responsibilities required for this position are items that I am exposed to at my current employer on a regular basis. I'd like to thank Mary Barrow for giving me the treasurer's duty list, and I've been able to review it quite thoroughly, and I make that point very emphatically. Finally, I have a strong knowledge of accounting principles and practices with a further understanding of necessities of the position that need to be completed on either a daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and/or annual basis. I'd like to thank you for taking a moment to review this, and on May 13th, I would greatly appreciate your support of my candidacy by using your right to vote for me. If you would like to contact me, you can by email at Rassam_4, that's F-O-R, Spencer_treasurer@hotmail.com. Thank you very much.
Hello, Spencer residents. My name is Jeremy Snow, and I'm running for Treasurer Collector. I grew up in Spencer, attending our public schools. I played sports in Spencer from age 6 to 18. I graduated with high honors from Clark University in Worcester, where I received several national awards for academics. I was also fortunate enough to study at Cégep School in Quebec, the Institute of Europe in Luxembourg, and the University of Bourgogne in France. What I value most from my education is not the knowledge of one discipline or another, but the interaction of people and ideas. People skills is the most valuable aspect of my education. I worked as a land surveyor for the past 10.5 years. During this occupation, I had the opportunity to visit every single town hall in Rhode Island, about 100 different town halls in Massachusetts, and also dozens in Connecticut, New Hampshire, and Maine. What I value most from my job is, again, people skills. I have seen countless ways of doing things, and it is this knowledge and experience that I carry with me. I am a certified assessor by the state of Massachusetts, and I have sat on the Board of Assessors in Spencer for the past 7 years, currently in my 3rd elected term. I am a member of 3 conservation clubs, and I donate to their efforts. I have donated money to the David Prouty Permanent Scholarship Fund every year for the past 15 years. I say this not because I think it makes me qualified to be treasurer-collector, but to demonstrate my attitude toward sharing and interacting. In my opinion, it does not matter what degree you have nor how smart you are. If you can't deal with the public and relate to people, it is a disservice to our citizens. For a public job, the people of Spencer hold the first priority, not anything else does. Service to the people must always come first. Please consider me as a dedicated candidate. Thank you.
My name is Peter Rock. I am a candidate for a seat on the Spencer East Brookfield Regional School Committee. Why am I running? I read the reports like you. I hear how our schools are failing, all of our children. The state reports that have come out list pages upon pages of shortcomings in all locations. Blame is given everywhere, but solutions are found nowhere. Why vote for me? I have 25 years' experience as a central office administrator. I have a degree in electrical engineering and a master's in education and a master's in business administration. I have served as a business manager, a director of administration and finance, an assistant superintendent, and a director of an occupational collaborative, and a district treasurer. I served the Shrewsbury School Department for 16 years as business manager, having worked with computers since 1968. I introduced the Apple computer to Shrewsbury, the first New England school network, in 1985, and was partnered with Apple Computer and the Shrewsbury schools. We then received financial assistance for more than 10 years. Overall, Shrewsbury was ranked as one of the 5 best districts in New England. In 1993, Shrewsbury was named one of the 5 best districts in the country. Our use of technology and our success had the district greeting visiting teachers from California to Virginia and all New England. What our schools need is a long-range plan that will produce students who will use their ability to the utmost and will succeed at that level. People are worried about technology. They say, we don't have enough. We are shortchanging our kids. We have a technology gap. The acting superintendent said, and I quote in the New Leader, an article dated April 4th, the $632,000 requested would take care of little more than half of what our issues are, end of quote. What some people do not understand is that technology is not a subject unto itself. Rather, it is a tool to help facilitate learning. Technology makes understanding easier. It gives a visual presentation that kids can relate to. The $630,000 request is another example of the lack of communications between the school department and the community. What exactly are we buying for $632,000? How many computers do we need? What's the total number of computers we are buying? Couldn't we upgrade our existing computers with new operating systems? If we bought direct from people like Microsoft, what would the system license cost for that district? Although not required, bidding for the above items could save the district significant cost. Misinformation is found everywhere. Last week, the superintendent said that putting elementary students in our high school could have a negative impact on our high school accreditation. This accreditation is given by the New England Association of Schools and Colleges. This is not a state or a federal agency. This is a private organization whose accreditation is not recognized and has no standing with any college requirements in New England. As a school committee member, I will always put all of the facts on the table. What our kids need is a long-range learning plan that guarantees that all of these kids will learn essential fundamentals, thinking skills, problem-solving skills, communications, and social skills. They do not need to learn technology, they need to use technology to better learn and to better understand how to solve problems. The computer is a learning tool and should be used to make learning easier and understandable. This means that we should have a plan designed to teach effectively areas like mathematics, language, history, geometry, science. In other words, a good, sound curriculum that includes technology, but more important, it requires appropriate software to make learning meaningful, easier, and better. Schools are for learning, not for technology. Let's create a plan for learning and success. I have worked in some of the best school systems in Massachusetts, including Shrewsbury, Wilmington, and Wachusett. Some of these districts have slipped in recent years. Why did they lose ground? They lost sight of their goal. They stopped believing in what they were doing. The leadership changed, and the effort collapsed. In closing, let me say, we now hear about the 6-year high school. We should investigate this idea. Could this help reduce college costs? How would it impact on the elementary curriculum? We do not have to always be followers. We can be leaders. We have district goals and visions. You can find them in several locations in all our school buildings. They contain hundreds of words, but may I suggest a changing in all of those? I would like it to simply say, before you make a decision, ask yourself, is this in the best interest of our students? I'm Peter Rock, and I'd appreciate your vote.